SummerSlam 2024 was peak, and I was there to witness it. So this will be like a vlog / story time kind of video. So strap in. It might be like a little bit long of a video. It's a long story, but get ready because it's a great video. And now, if you couldn't tell, I'm testing out a new background. If you guys like it, let me know. I think it looks good. You know, we got the Christmas tree, the glorious Christmas tree back here. We got a ton of video games back there. We got some framed pictures up there. So let me know what you guys think about it. I really like this setup. But yeah, off that topic, real quick before we get into like the main topic of the video, just want to remind you guys that if everything goes right, on March 7th, I will be streaming for the first time, either on here or on Twitch. I'll figure that out when it gets closer. Probably like a day or two before I'm actually streaming. But I'll be streaming WWE 2K25 at 7 p.m. EST. So be there. With all that being said, let's hop straight into the main topic of the video. So this all starts June 2nd, 2024. Me and my family, we go to a house show. Now, we had no plans of going to SummerSlam. The ticket prices were just about the same as what WrestleMania is, sort of, kind of. It was getting up there in the prices. We were thinking about it when it got first announced that it was going to be in Cleveland, but we just, we didn't plan on going because it was way too expensive and we just couldn't afford it. And because of that, we did not expect to go to the show at all. Like, we were expecting to kind of just have, like, a party for it, watch it at our house, have a party, have some guests, have some food, and watch it in the comfort of our home. But from the title of this video, what I told you in the beginning, and what you will see later in the video, that is not what we did at all. So, I'm going to pop an image up on screen of a poster I brought to the house show that we went to. Now, it says, Cody, please take us to SummerSlam. Now, it wasn't done as a joke. It wasn't done as like a, I don't know how to say it, but it was done as like a, let's see, because we can't afford it. Like, we've always wanted to go to a pay-per-view, and none of us have been. So, let's see. And so the card was great that night, the whole card. The first match was like Judgment Day versus Finn Balor and...
Are you serious?
Or Judgment Day versus Finn Balor. I meant Finn Balor and JD McDonough versus The Miz and R-Truth for the titles. R-Truth actually high-fived me, which was pretty cool. Then after that, I think it was Sammy, Bronson Reed, and Chad Gable for the IC title. Then it was... I want to say Liv Morgan versus Shayna Baszler. And then I got a high five from Liv Morgan. Tiffany Stratton versus somebody. I forgot who. And then, or Tiffany Stratton versus Bayley for the title. And then Jey Uso, Drew McIntyre, and Damian Priest. And then Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles. Now, this card was fantastic. It was a great show. And Cody starts making his entrance. Now, since Cody debuted, I didn't really know him beforehand. Like, I knew who he was. Like, I knew him, obviously, back, like, 2013, 2014. And then when he was Stardust, I knew him. I knew Dash and Cody Rhodes a little bit. But then when he kind of went to AEW, I didn't really follow AEW, so I didn't really know. But then I heard all the rumors, so I started watching a couple of his matches, and I saw that he was really good. And then when he returned, to the WWE, he quickly became one of my favorites. And so seeing him in person was so electric and so special, and it was so awesome, and it was just the greatest experience. And so he's making his entrance, he's coming down to the ring, and I'll pop a video off screen. Cody! up on screen. You see him like walking, and my dad recorded this because he was like 3 seats down from me, 2 seats down from me, whatever. And he recorded it. Cody comes over, and from what I remember, I think he said, "I'll see what I can do," when he read my sign. And so that just got me really excited, like really hype. And he had a banger match, an amazing match, really good. They actually fought like near the barricade where I was. And it was such a cool experience getting to be like there and see a wrestling match that, like, I don't know. It was just so cool because I haven't been to one since like 2022 or 2021. And it was just really fun to see it in person again. And then, so after the match is over, Cody won. And for like 45 minutes, he's circling around. Like, he's going to every fan. And it's like so crazy. You've never heard of it. Like, no wrestler does that. Just sits there for like an hour almost, going around with every fan. Every fan. Every fan that he can get to, even if they were 3 rows back and they were like trying to hand their phone to him, he would take that phone and take a picture with them. Like, he's something else. He is a one-of-a-kind superstar. He is the nicest superstar. He's amazing. He is truly one of the greatest of all time. The fact that he's taking, after his match, he's taking another hour out of his night to come up to every fan and take a picture with them. And eventually, he gets to our barricade. So I was getting nervous. I was like, all right, I'm about to meet Cody. Now, before I get any hate saying, oh, why did he blur out his family? It's because I don't know if they want to be on YouTube or not. So that's why I blurred them out and put smiley faces over them. So, yeah. So he comes up to me and he starts signing. He, like, signs my poster. And he asks, where's Summerslam at? And I was like, Cleveland. And he was like, Cleveland, right? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, all right, post that to Twitter and I'll see what I can do. And I was like, all right. So, you see in the video, my brother asks, can we get a picture too? And Cody takes his phone and we all take a picture together, me and my family and Cody. And he was, like, talking to us too, like, for a minute. He was like, oh, I got sweat in my eye. And he was like, but, yeah, like, it was just so cool, like, talking to Cody. And, like, meeting Cody, somebody who I love, like somebody who is truly one of my favorites in WWE. So it was insane meeting him. And after that, I posted it to Twitter that night and it got around 1,000 views. And like, I didn't think he was gonna see it because it was like a week or 2 afterwards and he hadn't seen it yet. So I was like, all right. It's like, he's probably not going to see it. But if he does, that'd be really cool. But he's probably not going to see it. So, there's one night, my brother asked me if I wanted to play video games. And I was like, sure. And this is like, probably like, a little less than a month. Maybe like 3 weeks after we were at the event. Maybe a month, I don't know. 3 weeks, a month. And, I made another Twitter post, but this time, I'm kind of active on Twitter sometimes. So, I have a couple mutuals on there. And I have, like, people who, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, that, obviously, we follow each other. So, like, I guess, like, yeah, mutuals, I think. I think that's what they call them. And so I tagged a bunch of them, and I was like, can you tag Cody? Can you, like, repost this and all that? So, eventually, somebody tags We Want Cody, which is an account, like, when the whole thing was going on with The Rock, where The Rock was going to take Cody's match. Hashtag We Want Cody was an account that was made, and Cody Rhodes followed them. So, somebody tagged We Want Cody, and said, "Can you help my brother out?" And We Want Cody responded and said, "Yeah." And he was like, and then We Want Cody tagged Cody and said, "He even has the proof. Take this man to SummerSlam for us." So that was just a crazy night. And by the end of me and my brother playing like Call of Duty that night, it started at like 500 views. It was already at like 10,000. And that's when I realized, I was like, okay, we might go to SummerSlam. I was like, we really might. And I wasn't getting my hopes up. So I want to say the next morning, I woke up and it was at like 15K. And I was so shocked. And a couple nights later, like 2 or 3 nights later, he still hadn't seen it. And I was actually sleeping over my brother's house. And so I, at this point, didn't think that he was going to see it. I was like, okay, like, I'm just grateful I got to meet him and that he was so nice and that he even took the time out of the day to sign my poster, talk to us for a couple minutes, and take a picture with us. That's already cool enough. Like, I'm happy. And it was just an effort. Like, we really wanted to go to SummerSlam and we couldn't afford it. So it was just an effort. But we still got to meet him. We still got to take a picture with him. It was awesome regardless. So I think that night I posted to Twitter. I was like, manifesting that he sees it tomorrow. I'll try and pop it up on screen if I can find it. And then the next morning I wake up and I check my phone first thing. And when you go onto Twitter, there's like a little inbox thing. Sorry I'm looking off over here. I keep forgetting that the camera's over here. It's usually over here. And when I'm telling the story, I'm like looking over here for some reason. Let me look over here. But you see like a little inbox thing, and it'll say like 1. It'll have like a blue circle and it'll say 1. So that's when you know you got a new message. And so I click on it, and when I did, I nearly crapped my pants. I saw that a verified Cody Rhodes responded. And I'm not going to show the messages on screen for privacy reasons. I'm not, because like, you know, I don't think it's a good idea to show the text between like me and Cody's manager. But moral of the story, he asked for our information, for how many tickets we needed / wanted. And yeah, that was it. He gave us a phone number to text with. We texted him all of our information to the phone number. And then we waited like a week, and I got a text one random day. I was playing Madden, and it was either Madden or 2K24. And I'm just sitting there, and I got a text message from a random message saying, "Your SummerSlam tickets." And I jumped out of my seat and started screaming. So it was like a transfer link to transfer them to your account. So we transferred them. And then I think like a week, not even, I think it was like 4 days before SummerSlam. 4 days later, we took the trip to Cleveland. And yeah, now time for part 2 of this video. Our SummerSlam experience. Now, on the trip to Cleveland, me and my family were on cloud like 700. We were so excited. Me and my brothers, all we could talk about was like, is Roman returning tonight? Cody better retain the belt. We're gonna be there for history. We're gonna see so many bangers. We were just all so excited. And that's all thanks to Cody. Like, I can't say it enough. Thank you, Cody, so much for everything. Like, you really took time to get us tickets.
That was tragic.
To an event we could not afford. So, like, thank you a million times. Cody, you're probably not going to be watching this, but if there's the slightest chance that you are, thank you so much, because like that excitement is something that will never be lived up to again. Like, and so we get to Cleveland, we get to our hotel, check in, and this is about at like 3. So we end up popping out to like a restaurant or something for a little bit. We eat, and then we're over to the arena. We go over to the arena, and I don't even know what to say. Like, it was something different. Like, I've been to a Monday Night Raw. I've been to one Monday Night Raw, and I've been to like 3 live events in my lifetime. Those are like the only WWE shows I've ever been to. But maybe 4 or 5 live events. I don't know. Something around there. But I've never been to a PLE, pay-per-view, whatever you want to call it. And I finally went, and it was SummerSlam, and like I still can't believe it now. Like, thinking back on it, I can't believe I was at SummerSlam. And like, it's just crazy. And when we got there, the line took about like 40 minutes, I want to say, because the gates hadn't opened yet. But once they did, I have a fear, like, kind of crowds and getting like lost in a crowd. But to be honest, just being at SummerSlam kind of made all those fears kind of float away. Like, I was just locked in on the fact, like, I'm at SummerSlam, and I'm going to be seeing all these banger matches here. And, like, I'm not doing a good job at, like, storytelling. I'm a terrible storyteller. But, yeah, so we end up getting into the arena. We get to our seats, and we were blown away with our seats. We were way closer than we ever expected. Like, we expected, like, maybe to be, like, I don't know, like, a little further up. But, like, we were, like, floor level almost. We were, like, basically a couple seats above floor level. I'll show a picture. And, like, in this picture that I'm going to show, you could probably see, like, to the left of you, there's, like, stairs that go down, and then, like, there's, like, a landing almost, and there's another couple steps that go down, and that's where floor level is. So, it was just so awesome, and we were there to see Triple H, who I never thought I'd see live. We got to hear his entrance, which was awesome. And then the first match of the night was Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, and for the World Heavyweight Championship, for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship, and Dirty Dominic Mysterio cost her the match, and it was a great match. Seeing Rhea live, it was awesome. I've always wanted to see Rhea live. I didn't get to see her live yet, I don't think. But yeah, it was awesome to see her live. And then Dominic, you dirty, dirty boy, really cheated on Rhea Ripley. Now, that was crazy. I'll try and show this crowd reaction. I might get copyrighted because Liv Morgan's music is playing in the background, but I don't care. So yeah, as you can see, it was a shock. Like, I had suspicions, but to see them kiss? What? Dog, what? Like, that was insane. And now, second match of the night, Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker. Going into this, I was rooting for Braun Breaker, and I thought Braun Breaker was going to win. And my prediction was right. Braun Breaker, Sami Zayn. It was a pretty good match, It was a little shorter than I really expected it to be. But that's alright. It was a good match. The right winner, too. And being there to see Braun Breaker win his first main roster title was something special. And I was very happy to be able to like, witness history. Again, all thanks to Cody. And it was so awesome because, like, these are things I've always wanted to be there for since I was a little kid. Like, I wanted to be there for history. I wanted to, like, be able to say, like, oh yeah, I was there. And Cody made that possible, so thank you, Cody. And match 3 of the night was LA Knight versus Logan Paul. LA Knight is one of my favorites in WWE, still to this day. I'm recording this current time, by the way. Just to let you guys know, if you guys think I'm recording this right after SummerSlam and I just never released it. No, I'm recording this February, what's today? February 15th, I think. The day of Vengeance Day, which I'm really looking forward to. But LA Knight, Logan Paul. Logan Paul was having the worst U.S. title reign in a minute. And I'm going to show you guys my reaction to LA Knight winning. This is about the point where I lost my voice. Because I freaked out. I'm going to pop it up on screen. Yeah, I freaked out just a little bit. But that's alright. You know, I was really excited to see one of my favorites win the title, finally. It was something truly special. And I was very happy for him. And it made me very happy to be able to be there to see that. Next up was Bayley versus Nia Jax, which was a good match. I was rooting for Nia Jax. I'm not going to lie. I love Bayley. But the title reign wasn't really hidden for me too much. And I'm actually kind of a fan of Nia Jax. She's a little annoying, but, you know, I was a fan, and when Tiffany Stratton came out, I popped because I thought she was going to cash in the briefcase, but there were a couple people sitting in front of us that made a good point, and if you watch Santi's vlog, he made a good point as well. It's the same point. They need to sell that pink briefcase they had to sell that pink briefcase for a couple, like, months. Because she had only got it to SmackDown right before, which was the night before. And so it was like, okay, they got to give it a couple months to sell. So obviously she didn't end up cashing in, but she did cost Bayley the match. Nia Jax got the championship. It was a good match. I enjoyed it. I think the right winner was there. And yeah, on to the next match, which is match 5 of the night. Or no, match 6? Because we had match 5 of the night. Was Drew McIntyre. Yeah, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, or Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk, Seth Rollins, special guest referee. Sorry, I just glitched out. I don't know why. It was a fantastic match, and I got a little emotional seeing CM Punk in person. Just a tad bit, not too much, but since I was a kid, CM Punk was one of my favorites, and seeing him live was awesome. And I've never got to see him live. Never thought I'd get to see him live because, you know, he was in AEW. I didn't think there was any chance he was coming back to WWE. But when I got these tickets and I really let it sink in, like, I'm gonna see one of my favorites, like, in Cody, Rhodes, potentially Roman Reigns, which you'll see if I did, and you guys probably already know, but Roman Reigns, potentially, CM Punk, LA Knight, so many people that I've always wanted to, like, see in person were there, and it was awesome. And Drew McIntyre did end up winning because Seth Rollins, well, I forget what happened at the end of the match, but I think it was shenanigans with Seth Rollins a little bit, because Seth Rollins had the bracelet. CM Punk got mad, went to give him the GTS, but then, like, Drew hit him with the Claymore. 1, 2, 3. Drew won. Right winner, I think, in this scenario. He got the bracelet, and yeah. It was a great match. I really enjoyed it. It was really nice to be there in person to see it. And, yeah, on to match 6 of the night, I think. Damian Priest, Gunther. Now, looking at it now and looking on it back then, I kind of wanted Gunther to win, but I wanted Priest to win. Now I really wish Priest won, because Gunther's title reign is not hitting, and Priest was actually having a good run. So, and it was only like 50-something days into his run, I think. And that's just a little weird that they ended it so quickly. I think he deserved to be champion for a little longer than that, but for a lot longer than that, actually. But, you know, it is what it is. Finn Balor betrayed him, which, I mean, if Finn Balor betrayed him but Damian still won, I think it would have been even better. And then maybe had Finn winning the belt eventually from Damian, which would have been cool. I think Finn deserves it, but, you know, whatever. So Gunther won. I don't think it was the right winner now that I'm looking on it, because I don't think his reign was good. But back then, I think it was the right winner. So, on to match 7 of the night, which was the main event, Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa for the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship. Now, this match was fantastic. Like, from Cody's entrance, seeing him backstage and seeing him come out with a skull mask, hearing the woe in person in front of that big of a stadium was insane. And like, oh my goodness, it was just so special. And like, it was just so special. And seeing Solo Sikoa, another one of my favorites, I love Solo, seeing him in person for the first time, or not for the first time, but the first time as a tribal chief. And then I got to see Jacob and Tama Tonga and Tongaloa. I got to see Kevin Owens and Randy Orton for the first time. I'll pop up videos of like of Kevin Owens and Randy Orton coming out real quick right here. So yeah, it was just crazy. And like, especially when this happened. As you can hear in that video, I freaked out. Roman Reigns is my favorite wrestler. Him and Cody are tied for me. And to see him return in person, I couldn't have asked for anything better. Like, it was truly special, that atmosphere. And then, like, I'll show up on the video clip on the screen again. I tweaked when Roman Superman punched Solo. I freaked out, bro. I'll put it up on screen right now. I was tweaking. It was peak. It was so good. I loved it. And then I'll put up on screen when Roman went for the spear. Yeah, it's still like so like surreal that I was there for that. And again, all thanks to Cody. I know I keep saying it and you guys are probably annoyed with it, but all thanks to Cody. Now, I want to get into another topic of the video. Now that, like, it's still on SummerSlam. But I want to get into the topic of the people I met. Now, I don't know what it was, But wherever Cody seated me, it must have been like the family and friends section or something. Because the amount of people I met was crazy. Like, first person that I met, me and my brother, we're walking to, so one of my brothers wanted to get waters. So he goes to the concessions to get waters. And me and my other brother are like, okay, let's go check out the shop. So we're in the shop and we're looking around. We're thinking about buying some stuff, but the line was too long and they were very expensive. So we were just like, nah, it's good. Let's just go back to our seats. And so we spent about like 5 minutes doing that. So we're walking back to our seats. We go to like our gate entrance kind of thing. We see, and I noticed the belt, the Draft Wars belt from Vibe. And I'm like, hold on. That's Jaron. That's Small Afro. So I'm like, yo, are you Small Afro? And he's like, yeah, bro. And I'm like, bro, can I get a picture? And he's like, yeah, for sure, bro. So me and him took a picture. I'll throw it up on screen. And what's it called? Aaron, if you guys probably know Aaron. Simply Better King. He was sitting right next to Jaron, and so I dapped him up and I said, yo, what's up? Like, I didn't want, because he was already sitting down, and I didn't want to bother him and ask him to, like, stand up and take a picture with me. So I was like, yo, what's up, man? So I dapped him up, and then I told them to enjoy the show. They said for us to enjoy the show, and they were the nicest people. Like, they were so nice. Thank you to them. Yeah, it was awesome to meet them. And now on to the next person I met, Zilla Fatu. Now, thinking back on this, it's so surreal. Like, Zilla Fatu. I met Zilla. Now we're sitting down, and my brother taps me, and he's like, yo, Zilla is, like, right there. I'm like, where? So I'm, like, looking, and he's telling me that he's in, like, the box above us. So I'm looking, I'm like, where is he? And I can't find him until eventually Mike was like, bro, he's not sitting up there anymore. He's like sitting right like a couple rows in front of us. And I'm like, and so I'm looking around and I see Zilla and I'm like, oh my God. So Zilla's walking up like the aisle next to us. And so I ask him, I'm like, Zilla, can I get a picture? He's like, yeah, bro. So he gets us up there, and I still love this picture to this day. You see him like throwing up the ones in the picture. It's on screen now, but yeah, you see him throwing up the ones. And he was so nice. And so I go down, because the people in front of us, we made friends with them. And they had markers. They had like Sharpies. So I asked them, I was like, what am I doing? Let me get my sign, like, signed by Zilla. And my sign said, thank you, Cody, because he got us Summerslam. So I'm walking down to Zilla, and there was this random dude trying to play, like, bodyguard for Zilla. It was so annoying. So I pushed right past that dude, and I'm like, yo, and he was a random dude. I was like, yo, Zilla, can I get an autograph on, like, my sign? He's like, yeah, for sure. So he signs it, and he, like, turns back, because Mark Henry's son was sitting with him. And he goes, should I give his marker back? And he's messing around, and he gives it back, and he's like, nah, bro, it's all love. And then, like, I was going to dap him up, but, bro, he brings me in for a hug. My dad got a picture of it. He brought me in for a hug. Zilla Fatu hugged me, and, yeah, that was it with Zilla. It was insane. It was so crazy. It was so cool to meet him, and he was so nice. So yeah, I got to meet Zilla. Then I met Mark Henry's son, which I'll throw up a picture. And then I met one other person, not gonna bring up their name because they're a weirdo now. And then I'm trying to think, did I meet anybody else? I think that's about it for oh no, that is not. The Miz's dad was sitting right in front of us, and I got a picture with him, and there was actually a part in the show, it was so funny, like, we made friends with the Miz's dad almost. It was so crazy. Like, we're sitting there, And there's this super bright light. I don't remember. Did we catch it on camera? I don't think we did. But there's this super bright light right in front of us. And so the whole time we're all, like, everybody's like, turn this light off. So they started chanting, turn the light off. And so eventually I just go, can they turn this light the hell off? I literally said that. And then it turns off. And the Mrs. Dad turns around and he goes, how'd you do that? He was like, you got to teach me. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I was like, I just said it and it just turned off. So that was really cool. And yeah, we got to meet so many cool people that day. And we had such a fun experience. Summerslam was one for the ages. Probably a top 3 Summerslam of all time, in my opinion. My favorite SummerSlam of all time, for sure, because I was there. Cody brought us there. The amount of people I met, the matches, being there for history, meeting, like, Zilla Fatu, seeing Roman Reigns in person for the first time since, like, I want to say, like, 2018. So it was so fun to be there, and it was amazing. It was and I'm so grateful that I was able to be there, and that Cody got his tickets, and that I got to meet all the people I met. Thank you, Cody. So yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for my SummerSlam experience / vlog / story time / rating of SummerSlam. I rate SummerSlam a 5 out of 5, 5 stars, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100. Whatever you want to call it, I rate it that. I rate it the max it can be rated, because it was just amazing. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, please do consider liking and subscribing. Use the link down below to get yourself some merch. It helps me out a lot if you use my link to WWE Shop, because I am an affiliate of the WWE Shop. And yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy it, and I will see you guys in the next video.